Hello, activists, TIs, and truth bandits. This is CV Human Rights, and I wanted to bring a new petition to your attention because this is a really powerful petition, and I suggest any activists or TIs look into this and sign it. This is a Karen Stewart. If you don't know who Karen Stewart is, she is an American hero who worked for the NSA for almost 30 years, saved thousands of lives in the process, and then was targeted by her own bosses, basically. So I'm going to read a little bit of this petition just to show you how powerful this is. So this is the federal government, take me off your fraud enemies list now. Official request to be taken off the unconstitutional, non-consensual human targeting and kill list. Marbury versus Madison, 1803. According to the Supreme Court decision, Marbury versus Madison, which has never been challenged, much less overturned, any law that is passed in the United States or any of its territories which is contrary to the Constitution is void. This would apply to rules, regulations, and directives too. Photographed by Karen Melton Stewart, taken in the summer of 2016 in Tallahassee, Florida. This photo shows the distortion resulting from an iPhone photo mechanism attempting to take a photo while in the very strong and harmful electromagnetic field of an illegal directed energy weapon, aka DEW, emanating from the trunk of the car, Florida tag Hun E, as it illegally targets the intended victim, the photographer, with a mobile DEW, which is classified under 18 U.S. Code as a weapon of mass destruction and a weapon of domestic terrorism. September 11, 2017. Dear Sirs, I am writing to you to demand that my name be taken off whatever enemies list, terrorist watch list, fake terrorist watch list, enemies list, kill list, human non-consensual experimentation list or contract, UN Agenda 21 kill list, etc. for whatever other list you have fraudulently and criminally concocted as a cover for the mass invasive non-consensual covert weapons testing, neurobiological weapons testing, secret illegal implantation of medical chips and other invasive devices, nanotechnology contamination, Morgellons contamination, radiological poisoning, food and contact poisoning, gassings, etc., which you are knowingly subjecting literally thousands of innocent non-combatant Americans to based on no criminal criteria whatsoever, but a wink and a nod from a crony involved in this shameful, depraved, America-originated silent holocaust of a human trafficking and asset-stripping criminal scheme perpetrated by a crime syndicate heavily infiltrated within elements of the government like DHS, really registered as a private for-profit entity. Oh, that's interesting. CIA, NSA, FBI, ICE, Border Patrol, etc., to include the private enterprises of fusion centers, their illegal hybrid army of mercenary, traitorous, civilian proxy brown shirt thugs, and the bribed, clueless, or intimidated state and local authorities, law enforcement, and criminal elements within the community, to include private criminal predatory security companies, quote unquote. We, your victims, are quite aware that whatever laws and directives that you have illegally passed, no doubt secretly to avoid judicial scrutiny as well as public scrutiny and outcry, to attempt to justify this fraudulent criminal war on innocent people, are indeed unconstitutional and illegal. You have purposely perverted and misinterpreted law to try to justify the seditious trampling of the Fourth Amendment, Sixth Amendment, Eighth Amendment, and 14th Amendment while creating an elaborate matrix of maniacal misinformation, misogyny, and murderous malice for personal profit. Your criminal actions and utter refusal to afford citizens their inviolate constitutional, civil, and human rights based on contemptibly feeble legal sleight of hand are also indefensible in light of the cornerstone founding principles of the United States, exemplified below on pages 3 through 5. The Supremacy Clause of the United States Constitution, Article 6, Clause 2, establishes that the Constitution, federal laws made pursuant to it, and treaties made under its authority constitute the supreme law of the land. It provides that state courts are bound by the supreme law. In case of conflict between federal and state law, the federal law must be applied. Even state constitutions are subordinate to federal law. In essence, it is a conflict of laws, rules specifying that certain national acts take priority over any state acts that conflict with national law. In this respect, the Supremacy Clause follows the Article 8 of the Articles of Confederation, which provide that every state shall abide by the determination by the United States Congress assembled on every question by this confederation are assembled by them. 3. A constitutional provision announcing the supremacy of federal law. The Supremacy Clause assumes the underlying priority of federal authority, at least when the authority is expressed in the Constitution itself. 4. No matter what the states or federal government might wish to do, they have to stay within the boundaries of the Constitution. This makes the Supremacy Clause the cornerstone of the whole American political structure. So I'm going to stop there. There's more. You can go read it if you feel so inclined, but it should interest you guys because here, the first thing here, the Fourth Amendment being destroyed by these people for profit. And so please go sign this petition. I'll put the link in the description. It already has over 1,000 signatures, but I think let's get this a whole lot of signatures and make an impact. Share this if you can. I want to push to get this information out. I know some TIs. I care about these people, and people are dying. It's really horrible stuff. So, and I wanted to shout out to Arizona Auditor because you were talking about targeting individuals too. So, thank you. All right, so that's about it. Thanks, guys. You guys have a great day.